Stories are noses that do more than smell. My name is Osadumebi, and every week I will tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, this week's story is by Precious Ahams, and it's titled Nosy Neighbour. If CNN had a junior sister, it would be Mama Amaka. She was first correspondent with every gossip, every fight, and every chaos. When Toyosi got pregnant, she was the first to know. When Iyadeji's husband started to share his marital bed with the orange seller, she was also the first to know. If you need intel on anyone, not just on the people in our compound though, but on the people in the whole of our estate, Mama Amaka is your go-to. Would you believe me if I told you that she does not live in our compound? I don't even think she lives in our estate. She is just the akara seller the landlord allowed to set up shop at the gates. But that did not stop her from shoving her nose far up into everyone's business. It was no surprise then that this very day, when the landlord's only daughter, Aniola, was screaming down their apartment, Mama Amaka was the first one on the scene, eyes bright, ears open, and ready to absorb all the details for onward forwarding. When the rest of us tenants got to the apartment, we found Mama Amaka in a headlock, wriggling from side to side in a bid to escape. Aniola, eyes crimson red, had tackled the intruding woman to the floor, sat on top of her, and she had the most joyous expression on her face. Backstory: Aniola is an infamous junkie, and her parents, after shelling out money over the years for one rehab center or the other, and from one therapist to the next, had finally given up. They brought her home and left her to her devices, and by so doing, they had made her the compound's problem. Aniola was having one of her frequent episodes, and for this blessed day's episode, having been rudely interrupted, she had decided that the ever-meddling Mama Amaka would be her life-size steady. Aniola, happy, high, and content with her acquisition, was rocking back and forth on Mama Amaka's back and chanting, "You're my teddy, 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 teddy. You're my teddy. You're my cute teddy. You're my teddy. And I love you. I love you, my teddy, my teddy." I kid you not. If you were there, you would have been rolling over with laughter at the sight. Mama Amaka was crying and pleading. "Atokanimo, hey, Aniola hapum biko, hapum alilio kanalio biko, hapum mo. Make na come out this speaking from on top my body, I beg. Hey, Emechalanimo. Oh, Jesus. Why are you people just standing there now? Eh, nyere no maka biko. Hey, Aniola hapum, no hapum." You cannot blame us residents for not immediately jumping to Mama Amaka's rescue. It was too good a comedic episode to not revel in. Besides, we were sure this would teach the nosy woman a well-deserved lesson. Mama Amaka cried, and we laughed to our heart's content, till the men amongst us took pity on her and pried Aniola off her amidst more crying, more chanting, and more laughter. We all believed the incident would rid Mama Amaka of her aproko spirits. As I walked into the compound this afternoon, guess who I saw, with her face pressed against the window of the ground floor flat? I can only assume that the tenant, Linda, was entertaining yet another one of her man friends. And as it turns out, our incurable monitoring spirits needed entertaining too. Precious is a writer who resides in Lagos. She is a copywriter who uses storytelling to boost brand awareness, customer patronage, and loyalty for brands. You can read more of her work on Medium at Precious Ahams. You can also read her work and connect with her on Instagram at Ahams_Precious. You can also connect with her on X at Queen_Ahams. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at Osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and tell a friend that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.